Hi friends, welcome to the channel The Nurse. Here we are discussing about mainly questions and answers related to surgical checklist. So surgical safety is very important. So according to WHO, some checklists are there to make patient safety. So here we will mainly discuss the surgical checklist that includes sign in, time out, sign out. So we will start here. Before that, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. So we will go to our topic, surgical checklist, nursing questions and answers. Surgical checklist that mainly includes sign in, sign out, and time out. First question: in the WHO's surgical checklist, the period after induction and before surgical incision is termed as. In the WHO World Health Organization's surgical checklist, the period after induction and before the surgical incision is termed as sign in, sign out, time out, time in. So after the induction and before the incision. So that time duration is known as, correct answer is time out. Time out, that is the period between after the induction and before the incision of the surgery, incision of the wound. That means for timeout means each team member will introduce him or herself by name and role. If already partway through the operative day together, the team can simply confirm that everyone in the room is known to each other. So during the timeout period, the team members, that is surgeons, nurse, or other team member, anesthesiologist, those members will introduce themselves. If they are, it is in second surgery of that same day means they have to uh, uh, simply everyone need to introduce themselves. So that time period, that is a one of the purpose of timeout. And other thing is the team will pause immediately prior to the skin incision to confirm out loud that they are performing the correct operations on the correct patient and site, and then verbally review with one another in turn the critical elements of their plans for the operation using checklist questions for guidance. So for confirming the correct patient, correct site and operation, there is a checklist that is given by WHO. So they will confirm with this checklist whether this patient is correct or whether the site of the operation is correct, and it is verified by other member also. So these are the main purpose of the timeout period. First one is introduce the team members one by one, and second one is they will verify the correct patient and site of the surgery and correct operations. So the other team member will verify. So for that there is a checklist that is given by WHO, or some in some countries their own checklists are there. So that is the purpose of conducting timeout. So that is a time period between after the induction and before the incision period. So after verifying the patient, the surgeon will start incision. Then second question, signing in surgery referred to. Signing in surgery referred to. Time where OT personnel entered for a procedure. Time period before induction of anesthesia. Time where patient enters operating room. Time where surgeon enters operating room. Signing in surgery. So correct answer is time period before induction of anesthesia. Sign in means the time period before induction of anesthesia. So timeout means after induction and before skin incision, but in sign in means before induction. That time period is known as sign in. So before induction, the nurse will assess the patients and recognize whether it is correct patient or not, whether site is marked for surgery, and this and all will verify at the time of sign in period. So usually it will be done by whether nurse or anesthesia personnel. Sign-in, during the sign-in period, the checklist is verified by the nurse and anesthesia. So it will start from the reception of the operating room to the major operation room. So that is the period. That is the period is known as sign-in period. So in some cases there is a 5 steps of checklist are there. That is debriefing, sign-in, timeout, then sign out, then debriefing. So these are the 5 steps of surgical checklist. So in each steps there is a particular responsibility. So nurse and other team members will verify the patient and the surgery, and they will plan the surgery and it progress. So that is the use of this surgical checklist and patient safety. Sign in before induction of anesthesia. The person coordinating the checklist will verbally review the patient when possible that his or her identity has been confirmed, that the procedure and the site are correct, and that consent for surgery has been given. So these are the thing verified during the sign-in period. So checklist, that is identity of the patient, whether it is confirmed by patient or the accompanied member, or they have ID band, and the consent has been taken or not, and the surgical site is marked or not. These and all they will check during the sign-in period. Then completion of sponge and instruments counts and the labeling of any surgical specimens obtained are checked during which period? Completion of sponge and instrument counts and the labeling of any surgical specimen obtained are checked during which period? Sign out, time out, time in, sign in. So correct answer here is sign out. During the sign out period, the nurse should verify the number of sponge count is correct, and instrument also need to confirm the number of instrument used, that is returned or not, that nurse should confirm. So that is the responsibility of nurse. The surgeon will verify it, and he will loudly he will ask whether the sponge count is correct or not, and instruments are complete or not. So that is the responsibility of nurse, and it is doing in the phase of sign out phase. So for the sign out, the team will review together the operation that was performed, completion of sponge and instrument counts, and the labeling of any surgical specimens obtained. It will also review any equipment malfunctions or issues that need to be addressed. So during the sign out period, the doctor will reassess any equipment was malfunctioned during the surgery, and because they have to reuse that equipment for next surgery or next time. So before that, the equipment malfunctioning and all need to correct it. So this and all doing the time of sign out period. The fourth question, the period during or immediately after wound closure but before removing the patient from the operating room is termed as. The period during or immediately after wound closure but before removing the patient from the operating room is termed as time out, time on, sign in, sign out. Correct answer here, that is sign out. Sign out period, that is from the period during or immediately after the wound closure before removing the patient from operating room. That period is known as sign out period. So during that sign out period, we need to verify the surgical instruments counts and sponge count, and it is a time period between during this wound closure before the patient shifting into the post-operative area. The team will review key plans and concerns regarding post-operative management and recovery before moving the patient from the operating room. So sign out period, during the sign out period, the team will review the key post-operative plans and concerns regarding post-operative management and recovery before moving the patient from operating room. So before moving the patient from operating room, the surgeon will plan the post-operative management and recovery. So according to that, they will make interventions. So that is another important of sign out period. Then fifth question, risk of more than 500 ml blood loss is assessed and recording during which period in surgical checklist? Risk of greater than 500 ml blood loss is assessed and recorded during which period in surgical checklist? Sign in period or sign out period or time in period or time out period? Correct answer is during the sign-in period itself, the anesthesiologist should plan if there is a chance of blood loss greater than 500 ml, then he has to inform the surgeon and make the further arrangement. That is to make the blood products blood products is available and make IV lines. Two IV lines may put for patients to transfuse and to transfuse blood and IV fluids. And these are the interventions if there is a more than 500 ml blood loss is expected. Sign in, that is during sign in period. In this safety step, the coordinator asks the anesthesia team whether the patient risks losing more than half a liter of blood during surgery in order to ensure recognition of any preparation for these critical events. So a coordinator will be there, OT coordinator. He will arrange if there is a greater than 500 ml blood loss is there, means he will arrange blood products. That is why it is important. And sixth question, the period of surgical checklist in which surgeon, anesthesia professional and nurse verbally confirm patient site and procedure is. I already discussed in detail in first question details. The period of surgical checklist in which surgeon, anesthesia professional and nurse verbally confirm patient site and procedure is time out period, sign in period, time in period, time sign out period. So here correct answer is time out period. The time out period means after the induction and before the incision. That period is known as time out period. So during the time out period, the surgeon, anesthesiologist and nurse will confirm whether the patient is correct and it is verified, and the surgical site and procedure, correct surgery. This and all verified during the time out period. In first by sign in period also it will verify with the checklist, and before the incision, that is time out period also reconfirm. The step is that standard timeout or surgical pause. So timeout period is also known as surgical pause. So there is a break between after the induction of anesthesia and before incision. That period is known as timeout period or surgical pause. There is a break and it meets the standard of many national and international regulatory agencies. So most of the countries are following WHO's surgical safety checklist. So, but in some countries there is a local variations. That is in Israel it is different. I am safe like some checklist they are using, and for I am for safety checklist that is used by Israel, and Netherlands using SURPASS. The checklist short form is SURPASS. They are using their checklist name is SURPASS. So according to country, there is some slight variation will be there, but basic surgical checklist is given by WHO. Just before the surgeon makes skin incision, the person coordinating the checklist or another team member will ask. So it will be either a coordinator or the floor nurse, circulatory nurse will recheck with their checklist, and everyone in the operating room to stop and verbally confirm the name of the patient, the surgery to be performed, the site of the surgery, and where appropriate, the positioning of the patient in order to avoid operating in the wrong patient or wrong site. Then seventh question, which team reviews sterility concerns and equipment issues during the timeout phase of surgical checklist? Which team member reviews sterility concerns and equipment issues during the timeout phase of surgical checklist? The anesthesia team, the surgeon team, the nursing team, the CSSD team. sterility concerns of the equipments? So correct answer is the nursing team. It is the responsibility of nursing team. Sterility of the instruments is the responsibility of nursing team. The scrub nurse or technologist who sets out the equipments for case should verbally confirm that the sterilization was performed and that for heat sterilized instruments, a sterility indicator has verified successful sterilization. So the scrub nurse or the technologist should verify with the sterility indicator whether the instrument is sterile or not. So issue that person's responsibility to keep sterile items for surgeries. And eighth question, has antibiotic prophylaxis been given within the last 60 minutes? The question will be raised during which phase of surgical checklist? Has antibiotic prophylaxis been given within the last 60 minutes? The question will be raised during which phase of surgical checklist? Sign in phase, sign out phase, time in phase, time out phase. Correct answer is time out phase. So antibiotic prophylaxis given or not should be verified during the timeout phase. To reduce surgical infection risk, the coordinator will ask out loud during the timeout period whether prophylactic antibiotics were given during the previous 60 minutes. The team member responsible for administering antibiotics, usually the anesthesia professional, should provide verbal confirmation. So the anesthesia doctor should confirm whether it is given or not. So that is doing during the timeout phase. Antibiotic, whether it is given or not, the question will ask by surgeon. So or coordinator, the answer should be given by anesthesia professional. And next question, during the sign out phase of surgical checklist, the nurse should verbally confirm which among the following with the team. During the sign out phase, the surgical sign out phase of the surgical checklist, the nurse should verbally confirm which among the following with the team. The name of the procedure recorded, the instrument, sponge and needle counts are correct, and are there any equipment problems to be addressed, how the specimen is labeled, and all of the above. During the sign out phase of checklist, the nurse should verbally confirm which among the following with the team. The name of the procedure recorded, that instrument, sponge, needle counts are correct, and are there any equipment problems to be addressed, how the specimen is labeled, or all of the above. Correct answer is all of the above. In addition, the surgeon, anesthesia professional and nurse should review the postoperative recovery and management plan, focusing in particular on intraoperative or anesthetic issues that might affect the patient also to be addressed. So during the sign-out period, the nurse will anesthesia professional and nurse should review the postoperative recovery and management plan, focusing in particular on intraoperative or anesthetic issues that might affect the patient also to be assessed. 10th question. Allergic history of the patient is assessed during which phase of surgical checklist? Allergic history of the patient is assessed during which phase of surgical checklist? Time in period, sign in period, time out period, sign out period. Correct answer is sign in phase or sign in period. The checklist coordinator should direct these and the next two questions to the anesthesia professional. First, coordinator should ask whether the patient has a non-allergy and if so, what it is. This should be done even if he or she knows the answer in order to confirm that the anesthesia professional is aware of any allergies that pose a risk to the patient. So during the sign-in period itself, the coordinator should ask the question whether the patient has any type of allergies. If yes, the coordinator should ask specifically what kind of allergy the patient has. And it will help to verify or it will help to confirm that the anesthesia person also aware of that particular allergy issues. That is why it is reconfirming during the sign-in period. So that is about our today's video. that is mainly surgical safety checklist. Surgical checklist includes mainly it is doing in 5 phases. That is briefing, sign in period, time out period, then sign out period, then debriefing period. That is the 5 steps of surgical safety checklist. But the briefing and sign in period, now usually it will be a combined one. So there will not be a separate phase between briefing and sign in period, and in the same like sign out and debriefing phase will be combined. So it will be a single phase. So usually, if anybody asks, means there is a 5 phase of surgical safety checklist. That is briefing, sign in period, time out period, sign out period, and debriefing period. 5 checklist phase. So that is about today's video. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and share with this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel, The Nurse. Thank you.